Welcome to Newspaper Headlines and Analysis this Tuesday, the 4th day of May 2022. Public holiday for Eid al-Fitr, Salah celebration, Tuesday, 3rd May 2022. We start today's newspaper headlines with the Daily Trust newspaper. The front page of the Daily Trust newspaper reads, "We will never allow terrorists have their way, Sultan." We will never allow terrorists have their way, Sultan. I very much would have wished that he has the wherewithal to back such a promise in the backdrop of the fact that the many presidential declarations and assertions such as this that we've had from the presidency have all turned out to be very hollow. But as a patriot and somebody who desires the good of Nigeria, I can only join him in prayers. That's all we have to give, including the Sultan, in the backdrop of the fact that the gentleman who controls 27 ministries, departments, and agencies of state that are constitutionally and statutorily dedicated to providing security for Nigerians, has become such a comedic character that even when he speaks, whatever he says stands rickety when compared with the facts on the ground. Still on the Daily Trust newspaper, 2023, sacked Ganduje's aide joins Kano Gubares. 2023, sacked Ganduje's aide joins Kano Gubares. Jungle justice, suspected robbers set ablaze in Benue. In every society where the criminal justice system has failed, or where the public has grown disillusionment for the workings of the criminal justice system, mob justice prevails. Sadly so, but that's the reality of human societies. Wherever the criminal justice system has failed, or people are disillusioned with how the criminal justice system works, people often resort, sadly so, to mob justice. Family kicks as Okada man dies in Ogun Police custody. NDLEA uncovers 22 billion worth of imported tramadol. Very unfortunate. Now to the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. On the front page of the Nigerian Tribune today, 10 killed, 23 rescued in Lagos, 3-story building as the collapsed three-story building in Ebute Meta. This incident, unfortunately, and as I had once sadistically prophesied when the 21-story building collapsed in Ikoyi, will still very much be occurring, and the reason is because we have built a farce of a society. People don't do what they ought to do well enough anymore. They now resort to using official positions for rent seeking, and in such atmosphere it is just inevitable that all abuses will be visited. All forms of abuses will be visited upon society. Whoever ought to make sure that substandard materials, building materials still coming to Nigeria, may have gotten bribed at the ports. Whoever ought to make sure that genuine materials are used on site during site inspection, similarly compromised. Whoever ought to make sure that a dilapidated, decrepit structure is knocked down, often gets bribed. Whoever ought, we don't want to go there. Still on the front page of the Nigerian Tribune, don't pay zoning, we kill, bury Nigeria, Clark Adebanjo. PDP heads for appeal court over ruling on conduct of primary. Gunmen strike again in Anambra, kill policeman, 6 others. Very unfortunate what is happening in the eastern region of Nigeria, to think that a crop of well-educated people like Easterners will be inflicting this much of harm, self-flagellation of a sort, against their own society on the pretext of asserting self-independence. Utterly preposterous to me. I don't know. Buhari tweets for first time since Nigeria lifted ban on Twitter. I really wish he tweeted the tweet. I really wish, to be honest with you. Just let's take the headline as it is cast. Buhari tweets for first time since Nigeria lifted ban on Twitter. Train attack, bandits using captives as human shield. Now to the Thursday newspaper. Front page of Thursday newspaper reads: Army chief loads troops for combating terrorists in Sokoto, LG. Security forces rescue 14 kidnapped victims in Niger communities. I think it is imperative at this juncture to say that a number of the school children, including some infants, kidnapped in Niger State. In their hundreds, many of these kids are still literally being held by their kidnappers. We may be shifting focus to those abducted on the AK-9 Abuja Kaduna train, but the enormity of what we face is such that hundreds of these kids kidnapped in their schools, are still in the hands of these nefarious characters. Just putting that in perspective. Humanitarian Foundation urges Nigerians to provide for less privilege. Eid al-Fitr, PDP governorship aspirant calls for continuous prayers to end Hajj. Nigerians pray for Yahya Bello in Saudi Arabia. The holy city of Mecca has now turned to a presidential campaign platform by Nigerian presidential aspirants. Bola Ahmed Tinubu was literally there with some companions, and they were chanting prayers, well cloaked in the garment of prayers in that holy spot. Now Yahya Bello too is being reported to have sent delegation to Saudi Arabia for prayers. These are the characters we are expecting to be our president. I guess our problems are in Nigeria, but they are using glory, hallelujah. Somebody help me there. Hajj, Nigerians pray for Yahya Bello in Saudi Arabia. Blueprint newspaper publisher Malagi may emerge Niger APC Guba candidate. Kogi governor tasks clerics leaders to pray for peace, unity. Bible Society celebrates National Bible Day. Moving now to the Guardian newspapers front page. The Guardian newspapers front page reads, "Go after terrorists, eliminate them. Buhari orders security heads." I wonder which number of time this charge will be listed as, because it's often been hard and not much has happened. Ondo PDP alleges plan to deduct workers' salaries for Amotekun. I have no preferred presidential candidate yet for 2023 election, says Ladoja. Again, Abe defies Amechi's consensus, buys Guba funds. FIFA fines Nigeria 64 million naira, orders Eagles to play one match without fans. The Vanguard newspaper's front page reads, 2023, we must thread path of equity by zoning next presidency to South. Southern governors declare. MKO Abiola's son urges Buhari to investigate father's death. 2023, neglected Ogun West needs quality representation in Senate. Yai. Yagi is reported to be crossing state line to go contest senatorial seat in Ogun West, and now is projectioning, giving us the verbiage that would usher him to it's interesting. 2023, Fayemi to declare for presidency, unveil agenda after nationwide consultations. 2023, Ohaneze youths pledge support for Tinubu's presidential ambition. Delta 2023, Okowa has right to pick successor. Group 2023, it's turn of southern Nigeria to produce president, says Akeredolu. 2023, we must thread path of equity by zoning next presidency to southern governors declare. Anambra communal chieftaincy conflict, court dethrones Ngige's hometown monarch. Mr. and Mrs. Men decide which socks to use and keep. Udom Emmanuel visits Obasanjo, says he is ready to restore Nigeria, as he has rescued Akwa Ibom, I guess. Protest rocks Abia's PDP secretariat over 3-man delegate election. Omagege appoints Nebaro director of campaign organizations media strategy. Insecurity, voter apathy, Myanmar 2023 elections, Buraimo, YPP, Lagos Guba aspirant. ASU, a victim of its students. Abi, what a paradox, what an irony. The solution to fertility, sperm morphology. And lastly, for today, the front page of the Punch newspaper. Fayemi joins APC presidential race, unfolds agenda. Malami's friends donated exotic vehicles, says aid. This was reported yesterday that about 30-something exotic vehicles were given to the leaders of APC in Kebbi State for the gubernatorial aspiration or ambition of the incumbent Attorney General. And his aide is now coming out to say Malami's friends donated exotic vehicles, says aide. Somebody must have identified the characters who are the beneficiaries of the it couldn't have been the friends, and the friends are not that much of they're not omniscient. Imo, gunmen rape soldier before fiance, behead victims, post video. Kaduna monarch suspends 4 district S over misconduct. Actress Genevieve Naji clocks 43. PDP clears Ozigbo Odua authors for Anambra senatorial race. Inspector General Police upgrades police criminal database to boost forensic investigation. That is how sad policing is in Nigeria. Policing is still at the crudest form of it in Nigeria. No reliable forensic database that can be used in a society where the biometric of citizens have been collected for national identification, numbering, for bank accounts, for driver's license, for passports. We just have a society governed by a bunch of irresponsible and incompetent leaders who, because of the plutocracy they want to sustain, would refuse to let the right things be done. I don't know who they are trying to impress. If the IGP is just saying that police criminal database will be World Press Day. Autumn commends journalists' courage. This is where we leave it for today. Until tomorrow, thank you.